Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling something that sounds maybe a bit dry, but is actually super important. Treasury bonds,
Yeah,
T-bonds.
right. Often in the background, but fundamental.
Exactly. And our mission today isn't just definitions. We want to cut through the jargon, demystify these things, show how they genuinely impact everything.
Your mortgage, the whole economy.
Yeah. So, okay, let's unpack this.
Sounds good. And it's funny, T-bonds are sort of the bedrock, the foundation of so much in finance. Often overlooked, though. We're aiming to break them down simply today. Show that they're this safe haven, yes, but also a tool for some pretty sophisticated stuff.
That dual nature, safe but also strategic. I like that. Okay, so for anyone listening, maybe they've heard the term, but let's start right at the beginning. What exactly is a treasury bond?
Well, fundamentally, T-bonds are long-term debt, securities issued by the U.S. government.
Can you buy one? You're basically lending money to the U.S. government, like the source said.
Exactly that. You lend money to Uncle Sam, and in return, the government makes two really solid promises.
Okay, what are those?
First, they promise to pay you interest. It's a fixed amount, paid every 6 months. That's the coupon. Think of it like steady income.
Got it. Fixed interest twice a year.
Yep. And second, when the bond matures, and for T-bonds, we're talking long-term, specifically 20 or 30 years.
20 or 30 years, wow.
Yeah, long haul. When it hits that maturity date, they promise to give you back the full face value, the principal amount you originally loaned them.
So interest along the way and your original money back at the very end.
Pretty straightforward, actually.
It really is at its core. What's fascinating is how straightforward that concept is, given how important they become.
And that long time frame, 20 or 30 years, that's different from, say, treasury bills or notes, right? Those are shorter term.
Correct. That's a key distinction. Bills are very short term, weeks or months. Notes are medium term, like 2 to 10 years.
But T-bonds, with that 20 or 30-year lifespan, they serve a very specific purpose for entities needing really long-term stability.
Ah, okay. So that leads perfectly into their big reputation. Safety. Why are these things considered the safest bet out there?
Yeah, that's the headline feature, isn't it? The safest investment in the world.
That's what they say. Why?
It boils down to one thing. They're backed by the full faith and credit of the U.S. government.
And what does backed by the government really mean in practice?
It means the promise to pay you back is supported by the government's ability to, well, raise money, primarily through taxing its citizens.
Right.
And crucially, its sovereign power to literally print money if absolutely necessary to meet its debt obligations.
Okay, so the entity promising to pay you back also controls the printing press. That definitely lowers the risk of them not paying.
To near zero, essentially. The risk of the U.S. government defaulting on its bonds is considered infinitesimally small.
Yeah.
Vanishingly small.
Right, so that extreme safety isn't just a label. It's built on some pretty powerful government capabilities.
Exactly. And think about what that means for you, the listener. Even if you never personally buy a T-bond, that safety is kind of the anchor for the whole financial system. Big institutions like pension funds managing retirement money for millions or insurance companies, they need ultra-safe places for huge amounts of capital.
And T-bonds are the go-to.
They're the benchmark for safety. That stability allows the rest of the riskier parts of the market to function. There's always that safe harbor.
Okay, so safety is paramount. But then, as you hinted, it's not just about safety, is it? The big players, the pros, they use T-bonds in some, well, pretty clever ways. It's not just sticking money under a mattress.
Not at all. That safety is the foundation, but professionals build sophisticated strategies on top of it. We see a couple of main uses.
Yeah.
First, there's that long-term stability angle we touched on. Pension funds, insurance companies, they have obligations stretching out decades, paying pensions, paying insurance claims.
Very long-term needs.
Exactly. So T-bonds, with their fixed payments over 20 or 30 years, provide a predictable cash flow that perfectly matches those long-term liabilities. It's about managing future obligations reliably.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. Matching assets to liabilities, pretty logical.
It is. But then there's the second major use, which is maybe more dynamic, using T-bonds as a hedge against recession.
Ah, okay. How does that work?
Well, think about what happens when the economy starts to look shaky or actually goes into recession. What usually happens to stocks?
They tend to fall.
Yeah.
Sometimes sharply.
Right. Investor confidence drops, people sell risky assets like stocks. But bonds, especially safe haven T-bonds, often do the opposite. They tend to hold their value or even rise in price.
Why is that?
Because money flees from risk. Investors pull cash out of falling stocks and look for safety. And where do they go? To the safest place around U.S. Treasury bonds,
So demand for T-bonds goes up.
which pushes their prices up. So during a downturn, while your stocks might be losing value, your T-bonds could actually be gaining. It acts like a shock absorber for a portfolio.
That's smart. Sort of an internal balancing act within an investment portfolio.
Precisely. It's a counter-cyclical asset.
Yeah.
But there's even a third way the pros play with T-bonds, and this one's much more active, almost speculative. It involves interest rates.
Okay, this sounds interesting. Betting on interest rates.
Pretty much. Traders actively buy or short bonds depending on where they think rates are going.
Buy a short. Okay, unpack that. How does the interest rate affect the bond's price?
Right. So there's this fundamental inverse relationship. Think of it like this. You buy a T-bond today that pays, say, 3% interest for the next 30 years. That's locked in.
Okay.
Now imagine next year, the overall interest rates in the economy fall. New bonds being issued might only pay 2%.
Wow, so my 3% bond looks better now.
Exactly. Your existing bond, with its higher fixed payout, becomes more valuable compared to the new ones, so its price on the open market goes up.
I see. So if I think rates are going to fall, I should buy bonds now.
That's the play. Buy bonds, rates fall, your bonds become more valuable, you can sell them for a profit.
And the reverse. If I think rates are going up,
Then the opposite happens. If rates rise to, say, 4%, your old 3% bond looks less attractive. Its price would likely fall. So traders who expect rates to rise might short bonds, essentially betting that their price will go down.
so it becomes this tool not just for safety, but for actively betting on the direction of the entire economy, reflected in interest rates.
Absolutely. It's a sophisticated game of anticipating moves by the Federal Reserve, tracking inflation, economic growth, all that macroeconomic forecasting.
Wow. Okay, that's a much more dynamic picture than just safe government loan. But let's bring this back home. What is all this, the safety, the pro trading, what does it mean for, regular people? How does this impact our daily financial lives?
Oh, the impact is huge. Even if you never own a T-bond directly, their biggest role for everyone is that they help set the benchmark interest rate for the entire economy.
The benchmark, what does that mean?
It means the yield, the interest rate paid on a U.S. Treasury bond is kind of the starting point, the baseline for almost all other types of loans out there.
Like what kind of loans?
Well, think about mortgages. The rate you pay on your home loan is heavily influenced by where T-bond yields are.
Really? So T-bond movements affect my mortgage rate.
Definitely. Also, corporate loans for businesses wanting to expand, even some car loans or student loans, their rates are often priced relative to the risk-free rate offered by treasuries.
So if T-bond yields go up,
The cost of borrowing generally goes up for almost everyone. Mortgages get more expensive, business loans cost more. It ripples through the whole system.
that's a direct connection right there to my wallet.
Absolutely. And beyond just setting rates, T-bonds are also a really important economic indicator. Wall Street, the Federal Reserve, economists, they watch T-bond yields very closely.
What are they looking for?
They're trying to gauge expectations about the future, things like inflation. If long-term T-bond yields are rising fast, it might signal that investors expect inflation to pick up down the road.
And if they're falling?
Falling long-term yields might suggest worries about economic growth, maybe even signaling a potential recession ahead. They act like a sort of thermometer for economic health and expectations.
So it's not just a financial product. It's like reading the tea leaves of the economy.
In a way, yes. It's a critical signal. So this raises that key point. Even if you think T-bonds are some abstract thing for big banks, their movements are constantly shaping the financial world around you.
Yeah, wow. That's quite a journey. We started with just, lending money to the government.
The simple core idea.
And we've seen how that branches out into being the ultimate safe haven, a tool for sophisticated investors hedging risks or betting on rates, and then this fundamental benchmark that affects our own borrowing costs and signals the health of the economy.
It really covers a lot of ground.
So recapping, Treasury bonds. The government borrowing long-term, investors using them for safety or for strategic plays on interest rates. It's both simpler and more complex than it first appeared.
Well put. It's that blend.
This has been incredibly clarifying. Thanks for breaking it down.
My pleasure. And maybe, a final thought for everyone listening.
Yeah.
Just consider how understanding something seemingly as basic as a T-bond kind of unlocks a deeper view of how interconnected everything is. Your mortgage rate, a company's ability to grow, the stability of retirement funds. It all links back in many ways to these government IOUs.
It really makes you think.
It does. It's often those simple building blocks, right? They're the ones holding up the most complex and important systems we rely on every day. Definitely worth staying curious about them.